Welcome, children. Let us start Act 2, Scene 2. Scene 2 is in Venice, a street. Enter Lancelot. Lancelot is a clown. As already is informed to you, he is a clown, and his purpose of the clown is to make people laugh. These days, when we see a movie, we have a comedian in the movie. What is the purpose of the comedian? To make people laugh. In the same way, a clown is there in the drama, and his main job is to make people laugh. In those days, even in the court also, court in the sense, don't consider the courts which we have now, not exactly that court, a king's court, a duke's court, like that. So in the court, you find that a clown is appointed, and his duty is to make everybody laugh. He must make everybody laugh. That is the condition. But during such a situation, when he comments, when he remarks, he should not hurt the feelings of anybody. That also is important. If he hurts the feelings of anybody, he would be beheaded. So he has to be very careful. For any individual, it is easy to make an individual cry, another individual. But to make somebody laugh is a difficult task. So let us see how he behaves in this particular scene. Enter Lancelot. Lancelot. This dialogue of Lancelot is very important. It is actually a soliloquy. Soliloquy is a dialogue where he speaks to himself. As I told you earlier also, he may be speaking to himself, but he has to speak it loudly. As in the serials these days, in the movies these days, we find a particular character. If something is going on in his mind, that is heard in background. But in the drama, how do we show that? This particular character has to speak out loudly. He will be speaking to the audience in general. So it is a soliloquy. We come to know what is in his mind. Here, he is not able to decide. What he is not able to decide, let us see that. Certainly, my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobo, Lancelot Gobo, good Lancelot, or good Gobo, or good Lancelot Gobo, use your legs, take a start, run away. So these are the words. My conscience says, and conscience of the clown, the Lancelot, it tells him that run away from the master, don't stay here. But we have two aspects in ourselves, a good, bad, evil and good. When any job is to be done, I should do it, I should not do. I should do this, I should not do this. If I do this, this will happen. If I don't do this, that will happen. In this way, there is a conflict of thoughts in our mind. Same way, he has a conflict in his mind. So his conscience says, you go away from here. But the devil is also there in him. That also gives some advice. So let us see what advice it gives. The devil is in the elbow, he says. Where is elbow? The hand, the middle part where you bend it. So it says, there is a devil there, and it says, tempts me that saying to me, Gobo, Lancelot Gobo, good Lancelot, or good Gobo, or good Lancelot Gobo, use your legs. It says, use your legs, take a start, run away. My conscience says, no, take heed. Honest Lancelot, take heed. Honest Gobo, or as said, honest Lancelot Gobo, do not run. Conscience says, don't run. Devil in him says, run. Two aspects are going on. Two conflicting, contradicting thoughts come to his mind. So devil in him says, run away from this place. Which place he has to run? He is working under Shylock. And now he doesn't want to work under Shylock. He wants to go away from this place. He wants to join elsewhere. For that reason, a conflict is he is not able to decide. So different thoughts are coming into his mind. So the devil says, run. Conscience says, no. We can escape from anybody in this world. We may do a mistake. For example, in the class, you may be copying. The teacher doesn't know. The teacher believes that you will not copy. And the teacher may not pay much attention when you are writing the exam, with the belief that you will not copy. This child will not copy. But you do copy in the test. You get good marks. But your heart is there, which tells, no. A teacher praises you. I know every time you're a good student. You work very hard. And that's the reason you have got good marks. But what happens? My heart is there. That tells me, no, you have done a mistake. You have cheated. That thought keeps on disturbing me so much that that person cannot be at peace. Even though the whole world doesn't know that uh, he has copied, he knows it. So he cannot escape from himself. Same way, here, conscience says, no, no, take heed, take care. Honest Lancelot, take heed, take care. Honest Gobo, or as said previously, honest Lancelot Gobo, don't run. Scorn running with thy heels. Hate running with the heels. Well, the most courageous Fian bids me pack. But the devil in him says, pack, move from here. Via, says the Fian. The devil says, go. For the heavens, rose up a brave mind. Awaken the brave mind, says the Fian, and run. Says, run from here. Don't wait. Well, my conscience, hanging about the neck of my heart, says very wisely to me. Whereas his heart says, which is clinging to his heart, conscience which is clinging to his heart, like a wife with her arms round the neck of her husband. Same way, conscience is clinging to his heart. It says, don't go. My honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son, or rather an honest woman's son, well, my conscience says, Lancelot, budge not, budge, says the Fian. Budge means move. The devil says, move from here. Conscience says, no, please don't move. Being an honest man's son, you are an honest man's son. Rather, you can say, you are an honest woman's son. Don't move from here. You counsel well, Fian. Devil in me, you're giving me a good advice, say I. You counsel well to be ruled by my conscience. I should stay with the Jew, my master. He says, um, Conscience, you are also giving me advice, good advice. That is to stay with the Jew, my master, who, God bless the mark, if I may say so, is a kind of devil. You are asking me to stay with the Jew, but he is a devil. He is a kind of devil. To run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fian. If I have to run away from the Jew, then who is governing me? I will be commanded by the devil. I should be ruled by the devil. Who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. To speak truly, he is a devil himself. Who is devil himself? The Jew is a devil himself. And if I listen to devil in me, that I should serve a devil, no, I can't do that. Certainly, the Jew is very devil incarnation, because truly the devil, the Jew, is a devil himself. Devil incarnation, he is other form of devil. Who? The Jew, the Jew, Shylock. And in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience. It's a very strict one. Conscience is very strict. To offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew, because it is insisting me that I should stay back with the Jew. The fiend gives me more friendly counsel, whereas the devil in me is giving a very friendly advice. I will run, fiend. My heels are at your commandment. I will run. I'm going to run. I'm going to run. And I'll obey your orders, fiend. I'm going to obey your orders. Let me run. I will run. When he's just about to run, somebody enters the scene. Enter old Gobo with a basket. Gobo, master young man, you, I pray you, which is the way to master Jews? The name is not mentioned here. Master Jews, he says, that's all. Name is not mentioned. It shows that Shylock was very famous in those days. That is the reason. Master Jew refers to Shylock here. That's why the name is not mentioned, but they know it. Master young man, young gentleman, I request you, can you tell me the house of the old Jew? Lancelot, he speaks aside. He says, oh heavens, this is my true begotten father, who being more than sand blind, high gravel blind, knows me not. I will try confusions with him. He says, this man, he is my real father. He is the father of a child, truly begotten father. He is my true, real father, who is sand blind, half blind, high gravel blind, almost completely blind. That is the reason he is not able to recognize me. I will try confusions with him. I'll try and act and experiment with him. I'll have a little fun with him. Gobo, master young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to master Jews? He says, young gentleman, I request you, please tell me the way to old Jew's house. Lancelot, turn upon your right hand at the next turning, but at the next turning of all, on your left, marry at the very next turning, turn off no hand, but turn down indirectly to the Jew's house. He is not giving a proper direction here. For example, if I say that I have to go to uh, Lakshmi Takis Center, please tell me the way. You say, teacher, you have to go out of the gate, turn towards your right, and walk straight. Then you'll find another one center there, that is crossing. Crossroads you'll find, that is Paraspet Center. From there, again, you have to turn towards your right. And then you go straight, you have to walk for a long time. Then you will reach that place. So give me a direction, right, you have to turn right from here, left from there. That way, some direction is given. But here, Lancelot is trying to confuse his own father because his father doesn't recognize him. He is not able to see clearly. That's why he's having little fun. And the other thing is, he doesn't want to tell the direction exactly. So he says, first go to your right hand. In the next turning, go to the right hand. Then, when the next turning comes, you turn to your left. And then at the next turning, don't turn any side, but turn, you will go directly into Jew's house. This way, he confuses him. There is nothing serious talk in here, in this part. Go by God's Santis, it will be a hard way to hit. Can you tell me whether one Lancelot that dwell with him or not? Oh, by God, saints, it will be difficult way for me. I cannot find out the way like this. Tell me one thing. Can you tell me? Could you tell me whether one fellow Lancelot, his name is Lancelot, who lives with the Jew, is he living with him or not? Lancelot. Talk you of young Master Lancelot? So are you talking about young Master Lancelot? Now he goes aside and he says, mark me now. Now will I raise the waters. Now he says, now listen to me. He is not speaking to his father, he is speaking to the audience. He is speaking what is there in his mind. He says, now listen, now see how I'll bring tears to his eyes. Now again he is talking to him, to his father. This old Gobo is his father. So he says, talk you of young Master Lancelot? Are you talking about young Master Lancelot? Gobo says, no, Master, sir. He is not Master, sir, but a poor man's son. He is a poor man's son. He cannot be a master. His father, though I say it, he says that I am his father. I say it myself. He is an honest, exceeding poor man, and God be thanked, well to live. He says that he is an honest person, and in spite of being poor, he leads a good life. That's enough. Lancelot. Well, let his father be what it will. We talk of young Master Lancelot. Oh, let it be, father, whatever he is. Are we talking about young Master Lancelot? Gobo, your worship's friend and Lancelot, sir. Worship's friend here, he respectfully addresses the person. He says, yes, sir, your young friend, Lancelot's house I want. Lancelot, I want. Lancelot, but I pray you, ergo, old man, ergo, I beseech you, talk you of young Master Lancelot. He says, I ask you, I request you. Ergo is actually a Latin word which tells the meaning he does not know. Here he uses only this word to confuse the old man. He says, I request you. Are you talking about young Master Lancelot? Gobo, of Lancelot, on please your mastership. Gobo says, yes, I'm speaking about Lancelot. If you please, sir, mastership. He invents the word on his own. Mastership, there's no such word, but he invents. Gobo invents because he thinks it is suitable for one who keeps on insisting on calling Lancelot master. So he says, mastership, Lancelot, ergo, Master Lancelot. Talk not of Master Lancelot, father. For the young gentleman, according to fates and destinies, and such odd sayings, the sisters three, and such branches of learning, is indeed deceased. Or, as you would say, in plain terms, gone to heaven. He says, therefore, Master Lancelot, you are referring about Master Lancelot, isn't it? Talk not of Master Lancelot. Don't talk about him. Don't speak about him, old gentleman. Because for the young gentleman, according to fates and destinies, to this young fellow, according to the fate or destiny, such odd sayings, the sisters three, and such branches of learning, and such other branches of learning, is indeed deceased, is dead. As you would say, in plain terms, gone to heaven. He's dead. He's gone to heaven. Who is gone to heaven? Lancelot is gone to heaven. According to whom? According to Lancelot. He says about Lancelot himself that he is dead. To whom does he say? To his own father. Because his father is not able to recognize him because he is partially blind. He cannot see. Here you see the words three sisters is mentioned. Actually, in Greek mythology, there were three sisters. They were together known as fate or destiny. They were supposed to appear 3 nights after the child's birth to determine the course of the child's life. They were usually described as cold, remorseless, and unfeeling. Their names are Clotho, Lachesis, Atropos. Three sisters were there. And Clotho spun the thread. Lachesis measured the thread of life allotted to each person. And Atropos was the cutter of the thread of life. So they are the three sisters of destiny, fate or destiny. They would determine how long this person would be alive, what will happen, all that. So that is what is mentioned here. I want you to learn this dialogue also of Lancelot. And bye for today.